Hi, welcome back to the Progressive Front. Today's video is about a rising star politician named Danica Roem, who is running for delegate in the 13th District of Prince William County, Virginia. After the frustrating outcome of last year's presidential race, Roem joined the movement of several Americans who decided to take matters into their own hands and run for office. And what better way than to start at the local level and make changes in your own hometown? Danica Roem was born and raised in Prince William County, Virginia. After graduating high school, she attended St. Bonaventure University in Western New York and graduated in 2006. She moved back to Virginia and began a career in journalism, spending the next 10 years writing for the Gainesville Times and the Prince William Times. In January of this year, at 32 years old, Roem put her journalism career aside and made an announcement to run for delegate against Bob Marshall. Marshall has held the delegate position in Prince William County since 1992 and is well known for being a little too socially conservative. He was the only delegate in the General Assembly to vote against HB 2267, a bill that certifies insurance providers need to cover a year-long prescription for birth control. At the Progressive Front, we can't understand why anyone would vote against this bill, as a woman having easier access to birth control without political interference seems like a no-brainer. Marshall is also known for discriminating against LGBT rights. In 2015, he introduced two bills that would have allowed businesses to cite religious reasons or moral opposition to refuse service to same-sex couples and individuals for their sexual orientation. Luckily, the bills did not pass. Danica Roem recognizes the harmful impact the current delegate has and wants that to change. Since announcing her run for office, Roem has been very hard at work canvassing neighborhoods to talk to voters, attending local protests and school board meetings, and supporting other local politicians who are striving to make a better and more accepting community for everyone. Here is a clip of her leading a protest against the xenophobic Muslim ban Trump implemented earlier this year.
March. Who here marched against the Muslim ban? Who here saw the atrocities of what happened at Dulles International Airport in our home region of Northern Virginia? They detained Virginia residents. This is not okay. This is not normal, and this can never be normal. And I want to thank Senator Kaine for actually standing up and taking a stand against that sort of bigotry, against that sort of discrimination. I carried this sign with me on Sunday. It says, "If we turn our backs on widows and orphans fleeing the very evil we despise, we do not defeat our enemies, we surrender to them." Tim Kaine wrote that on Twitter. I carry this sign in favor of that. Virginians must be united against discrimination in all of its forms. Not just when it happens to LGBT people, not just when it happens to Muslims, not just when it happens to women, when it happens to anyone in the United States of America. Please stand united, please stand strong. My name is Danica Roem. Let's win this together.
If Roem wins the delegate position, she wants to start off by making improvements to Route 28. If you drive in Northern Virginia, you know just how congested that road can get. In an interview with Metro Weekly, Roem said, "I know the issues of the district really well, and I want to make a big difference when it comes to transportation, economic development, and education. At the same time, while we focus on fixing Route 28, bringing big dollar jobs up to Innovation Technology Park, and filling the office vacancies along Manassas Drive, we have got to make Prince William County the most inclusive place it can be. And that goes for everyone, no matter who you love, what you look like, or where you come from." There is no doubt that Danica Roem knows the Northern Virginia area well, as she recently won 2 first-place awards for local and state government reporting at the Maryland-Delaware DC Press Association Editorial Awards. Roem and her former colleagues at the Montgomery County Sentinel also won News Organization of the Year for the second year in a row, and they won first place for investigative reporting for a 5-part series they did on water infrastructure in the Montgomery and Prince George counties. Here is Roem speaking at the Victory Fund National Champagne Brunch that took place recently in DC.
Hello, my name is Danica Roem. I'm a Democratic candidate for the 13th District of the Virginia House of Delegates, and I'm here live with you today in Washington, D.C., where I'll be speaking today at the Victory Fund's Champagne Brunch. This is a giant fundraiser for the Victory Fund. The Gay and Lesbian Victory Fund has been absolutely incredible for my campaign. They've been so helpful, especially in the last few weeks. And I'll get to address this crowd today talking about my policy positions, talking about the historic nature of my campaign, and at the same time, the fact that we have a unique ability this year to actually defeat Delegate Bob Marshall for the first time in 25 years.
So Victory Fund Spotlight candidates are our endorsed candidates who are particularly well positioned to break down barriers, become historic firsts, or win offices in places where we are widely underrepresented. So today, I am excited to introduce you to two of our Spotlight candidates. Virginia House of Delegates candidate Danica Roem.
Yeah! Woo!
And Minneapolis City Council candidate Andrea Jenkins.
Woo!
Come on up, y'all.
Before I get going here, Aisha, everyone at Victory Fund, Chris, Joe Fold, who both of us, thank you all so much for making this happen. This is incredible. Usually if I'm on a stage like this, I have my heavy metal band behind me, but it's a little different this crash. And also I want to say thank you so much to my campaign manager, Ethan Damon, who's one of the 5 straight people in the room today.
Yeah!
Alright, and I want to let you all know something about me. 10.5 years ago, I became a journalist to speak truth to power. This year, I'm running for office to revoke that power from politicians like Delegate Bob Marshall who abuse it. So let's get the show on the road. My name is Danica Roem. I'm a 32-year-old stepmom, a journalist, and the first transgender person to ever run for the Virginia General Assembly. Now today, we're among friends, so you already know where I stand on the side of equality, that I believe in building up our infrastructure instead of tearing each other down.
Even though she put her journalism career on hold for the moment, Roem still loves talking to the public to learn about local concerns and issues. Here are a couple clips of her addressing voters about what she hopes to change with her progressive platform.
Hi, my name is Danica Roem. I'm a Democratic candidate for the 13th District of the Virginia House of Delegates, and we're here live today right behind Klein's Freeze over here in Yorkshire. And we're here today to basically talk to you about what issues are important to you, because we have 5 weeks to go until the June 13th Democratic primary. So if you live in Yorkshire, the city of Manassas Park, the county portions of Manassas north and directly east of the city of Manassas, if you live in Gainesville or you live in the town of Haymarket, I would love to earn your vote on June 13th. We have 18 different precincts here in Prince William County and Manassas Park, 15 in the county, 3 in Manassas Park. And so the issues that are, I think, really kind of bring everyone together a lot is fixing Route 28, bringing high-paying jobs to Innovation Park, filling the office vacancies in Manassas Park along Manassas Drive, raising teacher pay so it's not the lowest in Northern Virginia. Prince William County has the 2nd largest population by locality in the state, and we have the 2nd lowest teacher pay in Northern Virginia. So basically, we are 9 out of 9. And meanwhile, Manassas Park is 8 out of 9 in teacher pay. And also, I think it's really important for us together that we actually stand up and we fight the Dominion proposed power towers out in Gainesville and Haymarket. The residents out there made it extremely clear that what they wanted was the hybrid option. That would have basically meant that Dominion would have needed to bury the power lines once it went west from the Gainesville substation all the way out to the Amazon data center over in Haymarket. The problem is the SEC said, well, you can build above ground and we'll give you 2 options to do it. And so you have the Carver route, and if that goes into play, if that's actually built up, that's going to cause a lot of environmental damage. That could have a lot of personal property damage as well in terms of home value. And meanwhile, it would traverse right behind a lot of folks' properties, whether you're in Burke Nickens Precinct, Buckland Mills, in the southern part of Tyler, right around Green Hill Crossing. That's a huge concern. Alright, So, first, one correction. This all ain't just about me here. It's about us. What do y'all think? This about us?
Yeah.
One person doesn't get elected on their own. One person can't shout their way to victory. I mean, it's outside of the White House. That's just not how it works, y'all. It takes every person here. It takes every person who actually cares right now to be involved, especially at a time when, look, there's a lot of hostility toward people exactly like us. How many people here are LGBT? All right, almost every, right? Then Pete Buttigieg is going to turn Ethan at some point.
I like Mayor Pete.
We'll get to that. See, I told you I saved that one for yesterday. But I think another thing, though, is we have to look at the fact that, are we tired of being on defense all the time already? Just like 4 months in, right? So, you know, what happens in Washington, it reverberates across the country in that it gives a license for people to just be obnoxious, to just really just say like, oh, you know what? I can be a bully, I can be obnoxious, I can be discriminatory, and it doesn't matter anymore. I'll just say whatever I want because it's, you know, it's against political correctness to do that. It's like, look, I grew up as a diehard George Carlin fan, okay? I understand exactly what you're talking about to a point.
To vote Danica Roem into office, make sure you are registered to vote and hit the polls on June 13th. If you live in Northern Virginia but are not sure what district you're in, use this website to learn about your district and who your legislators are. Getting involved and voting on the local level is the best way to improve candidacy in upper branches of government. Thanks for watching today's episode of The Progressive Front. Don't forget to subscribe and find us on Facebook. If you are inspired by Danica Roem and maybe want to start a career in politics, contact your local government officials to find out how you can get involved.